Okay, so welcome you all. Today we will learn about how to create an object. Okay, anyone know how to create an object in Java? How we create an
By
Class
object?
name, object
using a
name
new
equal to
keyword.
new.
No, that will not work like that. Okay, that is the syntax. But first thing is declaration. These are the three steps which we have to. I know that the previous batch student already know, but like whoever is very new to this how to create object, like first we have to tell that while creating the object or while creating a object with a new keyword method, we have to do three things, that is declaration, instantiation and initialization. Okay, so first I will tell you what is object. So object is an instance of class, which we will learn that how we create an object with the help of instance. Okay, object is a real world entity, which I have told you in the previous class also. Why this is real world? Because when we create an object, there is a memory which is stored in the in our in the real world, also in our mind. And if we create in the in the Java, then it occupies the memory in a memory space. Okay, object consists of a unique name which is called as identity. It contains also like it can be a state or an attribute, like variables types, and behavior, it's like a method. Okay, so how many types we can create an object? There are 5 different types, but we will focus only on one, which is new keyword, and this is most popular way to create an object. We can also, sometimes there are some, some people may ask you that how other ways to create an object. So in this, these are all the three, four ways, but I mean, you just need to know the theory that these are all the ways we can create an object, but nobody asks you that how you will create it. Okay, so just for your knowledge, I have included it here, like with the help of new instance method, with the help of clone method, deserialization, and with the help of factory method. Okay, so this is just for your knowledge, but we will learn with the help of new keyword how we create an object. Okay, so first is declaration, instantiation, and initialization. Now we will learn that in detail. What is declaration? Declaration means, suppose again I'm giving you example from the real world, that there is an animal. In the last class we have learned, right? Animal is a class and objects are cat, dog, or whatever. Okay, so suppose we are declaring one animal name as Buzu. Okay, so we are declaring an animal name. Okay, here in the first line. In the second line, what we are doing, we are instantiation. Okay, instantiation means with the Buzu we are referring to the new keyword, because this is new thing for us, right? And this is what you can say, this is not a this is just a variable we have given, and this is a new is a keyword. Okay, so we have created one object here with the name Buzu, and we are giving it as a new keyword, which is called as instantiation, and then initialization. Initialization means this is an what you can say, this is a class constructor. Okay, so animal is like a class name, and animal parenthesis is a constructor. This is a method. Okay, so what does this method do? We will learn in detail in constructor when we go for the constructor class. Okay, so joining all these three steps, okay, joining all these three steps, we are gonna create the object for the class, which we are giving the name as animal. Okay, so class name is animal. Okay, and these are the objects and methods. Now what is the syntax for creating Now, what Deepali and others says that here is the syntax for the creating the object. Okay, so first is class name, then object name, then new keyword, and then the constructor. Okay, but what we are doing, first we are declaring. Okay, so this is called as declaration, like you are giving a class name and you are giving an object name. Okay, now second thing is what? Instantiation. Okay, so what this steps do, this is for the instantiation, means you are assigning a object name to a new keyword. Okay, then the third is what? Third is initialization. A new keyword is initialized by the constructor. Constructor is nothing but a method of same class name. Okay, that we will learn in detail, but right now you remember that this should have a same name, animal and animal, but this animal has a parenthesis, like opening and closing bracket, and this is called a constructor. Constructor is the same name as in class name. Okay, so that is called as constructor. Okay, now this we have created an object. What is the use of the object? The use of the object is to call the method. Now, how we call the method? If we have created, suppose eat method, and we want to call it in some other class. Okay, suppose we have created an animal class, but we want this method to be called in the bird class. So what we will do, we will create an object. Okay, and then we will call that method. How we will call? With the help of the object name. Object name is this, and we are calling. So this is the syntax for the calling a method, which is a dot operator. Okay, so this is object name dot method. Okay, any method you can call. Is that clear? Once we do the example, it will be more clear to you. Okay, so this is the example. Yes, Osman, this is the lecture 4. Okay. Okay. So this is a class animal. Okay, so this is a class animal, and inside that there is a method which is public void eat. Okay, you remembered all this. I am assuming that whatever we have done till now, like all these syntax of the methods, everything you already know. Okay, so I'm just explaining this. Like class animal, inside the class you have one method, and that method is I am eating. So this is a simple method which is printing I am eating. And in the main method, what you are doing in the main method, you are printing 1. So what is the outcome of this program? Can anyone tell? Not the old batch people.
Is
The
it
new batch.
I'm eating 1 or something? I don't know. I know I'm eating, it's there, but why again it says 1? So I don't know what and all it print. I'm eating 1.
What is the output of this program?
It's I'm eating.
Who is this? Okay.
Archana.
Yes.
This is Archana.
Archana said, okay.
I can see 2 printouts here, like saying I'm eating and 1, but I don't know which one it will print. I'm really don't know.
Okay. Got it, Archana. Anyone else? Okay, this is Abira or this is Archana? Sorry, I got confused.
Is that gonna print both of them? I'm eating and 1, like when you run.
Okay. Anyone else?
It'll print only 1. It'll print 1.
Okay. Okay, Sneha,
It will
Yes.
what
it
is
will
your
print
take?
one.
It will print
I
one.
think one.
Okay. One, correct. So it will print one. Yesterday also, like in the last class also, I was saying the same thing, like the entry point for this execution is main method. So whatever is there in the main method, that particular thing only will be printed. Okay. No, if you are not calling this method inside the main method, it will not print. So it will not come into that eating part. Okay, I will show you in practical. I have not opened the Eclipse. Sorry, I'll open the Eclipse. So for the entry point of any program is through main method only. Okay, I'll close on this. Okay. So in this batch, I will create one more package in the source program, and I will say here as day 4. Okay. In this, I will create one new class, and what is that class? Name is animal. Okay, animal. Right. I'll add the main method here. Okay. Now inside the animal, I'm creating one method. Okay, public void eat. Okay. This is a method. Inside that I am printing okay. Now one more print statement is inside the main method. Okay, which is one. So everybody clear that what it will print? Only one. Why? Because we have not called this method here inside the main method. Clear? Now going back to the example. Here what we are doing? We are creating an object of animal class, and we are calling this method eat method inside the main method. So now what will be the output for this? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell what will be the output for this example? Yes, sir. Savitri, Abira, Archana. Okay, now Deepali,
So
previous
one,
batch
right?
student. Okay, one. Now previous batch students. Anu, Deepali can answer.
It will print one first and then it will call eat method and then like I am eating one and I am eating.
Correct. Anu, you are also saying the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Chavi.
Okay. Okay. Yes, because we are now calling this method with the help of creating an object. Okay. Now I'll show you how to create object. Okay, here. Object can be created with the help of class name. Okay, we are writing class name. Okay, class name, then any object. Suppose I write B instead of whole pussy. Now coming the new keyword. Okay, then again the class name and then parenthesis. Okay, opening and closing bracket. So now what we have created here? Anyone? We have created an object. Clear? We have created.
So the B is object?
Correct. B is
Okay.
object. or you can say instance. We have created an
So what is that
instance.
animal B? What is the value of it? Is it a new animal? So the
No,
value
see,
of B is completely new animal, or what is it?
no, see, once you've created the object, then you have stored a memory over there. Okay, you have just stored a memory. We have not given any value to it. Okay, value is given by the variables. Correct. This is an object. So we have just we can say that we have stored up space in the memory to for our use. Okay, so what we can do here with the help of, I told you the syntax B dot C. These are all the methods we can call. So see, we have created one eat method and which is coming here. So if it is, if your coding is correct, that automatically comes into your list. Okay, if you write dot, then it should come in your list. Okay, so now what will happen here? It is calling the method which is outside the main method. Okay, whichever is inside the main method and you have created, that can be called automatically. Anyways, it will going to execute that program. Okay, okay, inside the method you cannot write any method. That is not correct also. Like if you want to call any method, you have to create an object or create an instance. Okay, both things are same. Okay, to call any method inside the main method, you have to follow this particular way, which is creating an instance or creating an object. Is that clear to everyone, whoever is present in the class?
So little bit confused, like
No,
B
Chavi,
equal to, so what is that animal B? So you said animal is a object. So you are,
No. Animal is a class. Okay,
animal.
animal is a class, B is the object, and new is the keyword, and this is the constructor. See, same class name. I have written the class name, right?
Yeah.
I have written the class name. Then I have created one object. Then I have written, this is a new method, correct? This is a new keyword method by which you can create an object.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Clear? So this you have to remember. Whatever syntax I am giving you now, you have to keep that in mind. So this is the class name, object equal to new, and this is the constructor. Constructor is nothing but same as class name with parenthesis. Clear? Once you will be learning, day by day, you will understand. Okay.
So what is
this
that new means? New means?
new is a keyword. This is predefined in the Java. See,
New
all
is,
these are predefined. Here system.println, this is predefined, right?
so what is the meaning
Public
of, what is that new will do? What is that new will do?
new will be creating an object. Okay,
Okay.
we are just taking the help of new keyword for creating the object. बाकी सब तो हमने खुद ही दिया है ना,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Mhm.
This is the only thing which we are taking from the Java. Rest everything is given by us. Name we can change, this object we can change, but new तो हम class से ही ले रहे हैं ना, मतलब Java is giving us this keyword, right?
So basically, it's a syntax of creating an object of a class, right?
Correct. I have told you, no? This is the syntax. So we have just said the syntax of creating an object, correct? Only with the new keyword method to create an object. Okay, new keyword method. This is a new keyword method, and this is the syntax to create an object.
Okay.
Clear? Yeah. So this you have to a little bit remember that first it comes the class name, then comes the object name, then equal to, then new is the keyword, and then the constructor. Constructor is nothing but the name of the class name and parenthesis. Clear? Everyone clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay.
Chavi,
Yes.
so the animal
Mhm.
B, the B can be even animal name. Isn't it right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Anything, object can be anything. Okay, this is the user
Okay.
defined, right? You can define anything, but if
Okay.
but you have to write it again and again, so it should be short and so that
Okay.
it will be easy
So-
for you to.
So,
Okay.
Yes.
I know in my previous batch,
Mhm.
they taught us like this: class and object. A class is a original document, and the
Mhm.
object वो उस document की multiple copies.
Yeah,
Is it?
that also you can. Yeah, that also you can say that class is the class is like predefined, correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
class is see, there are so many predefined things in the uh, in the Java and Selenium, and we are using it. And some of these are not predefined, but this is we are defining, right?
Correct.
Some classes are predefined, some classes we declare. Okay, so this is not a like thumb rule that classes are always predefined.
Mhm.
We can also create classes, right? Sometimes like animal class we have created. There are many classes which Java and Selenium has already created and we are using it. And the object is like what you said. What you said, Soman? Object is like
Multiple copies of that document.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that also you can
Yeah.
understand. That if that is okay for you, you can understand that way also.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, moving on. What we are okay. Here. Okay. Now what we have done, we have created one eat method. Now we have created one more method and we can call it here inside it. Okay, so as many number of method we can create inside a class. Okay, suppose this is a one more method which is run. Okay. Now what will be the output? I have created one more method and this is the case. Can anyone tell what will be the output? Am I audible? Or my internet is slow?
We can hear you, Chavi.
We can hear, right? So what will be the output?
So
Okay.
one it will be done because it's in main method, and then B you said it'll come B or eat. I'm not sure. So
B by B.
B.
Yeah, B, but I have not written any B in the system dot print out dot println. So B by B will come.
Okay, yeah, I think so. Only one will come then.
Okay, only one.
But you defined something here, right, within the method. So, but maybe you have to run this or like I don't know to get.
I will run, but what will be the output for this?
It will be I am eating because I am calling the
Hmm.
method with the help of the object B.
Correct, correct. So I will execute it and then show you. So I am one and I am eating. Why? Because I'm calling this method. Correct, Abira? Yes. So I
Yes.
am calling this method. Now what I will do, I have one more method now. So B dot run. See, run is coming automatically here. So I'm selecting this. Now what will be the output?
One, I am
Yeah.
eating and I am running.
Correct. Correct. So clear everyone how we can call a method. So this is why, this is how we can call different method which is inside a class. Okay. Any number of methods we can write it here, and with the help of this object, we can call these method inside the main method. Clear? Clear everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. Now what we have to do, there is one method, sorry, there is a class animal. Inside that there is one method eat. in the main method, we are calling it run. Okay, now there is another class, which is a bird class, in that class you have a method which is fly method, and now you have to call that method inside the animal method, animal class. Okay, so how you will do it? You will create object of bird. Okay, object of bird with the same thing, like class name, object name equal to new, and then constructor of that particular class. Okay, clear everyone? I will show you in the Eclipse also. So this is done. Now what after this, like this is the whole class for animal. Okay, now I will create one more class, which is okay, there is one more rule that in a program only one class can be public. So what I will do, I'll just create a class, a class bird here. Inside that, I'm creating one method which is fly. Okay, and here I will be writing here. Now I wanted to call this method inside a main method. Okay, now what I will do, I will be creating an object, okay, of this class.
So object.
Correct. Tell me, this is a class name. Now what I have to do, some object name. Correct. So I will be writing some bird. Okay. No, I cannot write the same object. Otherwise it will give you error. Okay. So if I
So
say,
you cannot write C here. You cannot
you
write.
can write C. That's what I'm saying. If you do like that, it will give you syntax error. Okay. Duplicate local variable. Okay. So you have to write either B or you can write C. Okay. I can write C, but I cannot give in the same method. I cannot give two same object. Clear? Now, if I write C dot, C fly is coming. Okay. So now what will be the output? Can someone tell what it will append in the console?
So
next line will be
First,
one.
One.
I'm then eat what is a B dot eat?
This is.
So
This
I'm
is
eating
think,
and then I'm running and then I'm
Mhm.
flying.
Correct, correct. So this will be the case. Okay. Simple. So you can call a different class method also by creating an object for that particular class.
But why one is not coming now? Why one is not
One
coming?
is coming. One is coming.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
One is coming. Yeah. I just increased this font so that you can see the program nicely. Okay. You have to practice this program. Okay, everyone. Now moving on. So this is the way we can call different methods from outside the class. Okay, different class. Now there is one more thing, how to initialize the object. Okay, so there are three ways of initializing the object: by reference variable, by method, and by constructor. So first thing we will learn by reference variable. Now here what we are doing, in the same class animal, we are declaring two variables, which is string color and integer age. Okay, it's color and age. We are declaring two variables. This is called as instance variable. This is global variable. In C, C++, we say global variables. And here in in Java, we say instance variable. Okay. So inside the main method, same thing. We are creating an object. Now, reference variable. Here what we are doing? We are calling the variable with the help of the reference. Okay. So we have created one reference, and we can call this instance variable with the help of this object. Okay. I will show you how, and we can print it here also. Okay. I will show you in the Eclipse. Okay. Let me clear this. Okay. Now, what we are doing, we are creating one variable color and one age. Okay. Inside, if I try to call this as color, I cannot use it like color equal to black. If I wanted to write like that, I cannot do that. What error it will show? Cannot make a static reference to non-static. Yeah, so we will learn about static. So this is a static method. We cannot call any other non-static variable inside it. But we wanted to access this variable inside our main method. And what we will do? Again, we will create the object. Okay, we will create an object. Suppose A equal to new, correct? And constructor. Okay, we have created one object. So with the help of this object, we can call our variables like color. See, this color we are getting. Okay, so we can give that value to black now. Okay, now it is taking color equal to black. See, it is taking. Now again, we wanted to call the age. If we try to call a dot age here, it will not take. Okay, age is not coming here. Okay, so you have to write it after a dot age. See, here it is coming. So be careful if you by mistakenly write it before creating the object, it will not take. Okay, so I will write like suppose 20. Clear? So it is taking. This is called as calling by reference variable. Okay, these are all called reference by reference variable. Okay, these are all the instance variable. We can call the instance variable by reference. Okay, so this is reference. So reference of what? An object. Clear? Now, if we wanted to print those things, how I can do? Anyone? If I wanted to print this black and 20, what I can do? I can simply write a dot color, right? I cannot write color. Plus little gap, okay, then plus, then a dot age. Okay, what will be the output for this? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell what will be the output of this program?
Black
Yes.
and 20.
Black space 20, right?
So what is
Clear,
that
everyone?
plus? What is that plus mix?
Yeah, correct. I was expecting this question. So plus is what when we wanted to write two things with the gap. If I don't give this this gap, what will happen? It will print like, if I don't give this gap. Okay. Plus is for the addition of something. Okay. You wanted to write this one and this one both. So what we will do? We need some appending, right? We wanted this one also and this one also. So how we will write? If we write simply like this, it will not work. It will give you an error. Error of what? Syntax error of. So syntax error, it will not allow you to execute. Okay, so A is what in the delete this token or something like that. Okay, so to append that, append means what? And you know, right? What is append? Appending is adding some values to that particular value. Correct? So for that, you need plus sign. Okay. So here black 20 is writing, there's no space, but we wanted to keep that space. So what we are going to do is we will just keep in space so that it will show it separately. Okay, so this is better, right? So
So
that's
what
why
about like if it wants to come to the next line
next line you can write,
instead of like space?
yeah. So this is ln, right? This ln also print in next line. If you don't give ln, then also it will give him the same line, something like that. Okay, wait. Ln,
So the quotation means gap.
yeah, the quotes
Okay.
means we are just giving the gap.
Okay.
Then I think you have to again print it. We wanted to keep it in the next line now, like that you can print.
So you cannot write in a same line, right?
I think you can write, but I forgot what is the syntax for that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't remember. You just have to write some ln or something like that, but I forgot. We will check that. And I will tell you in the next class, or you can also find out somewhere. There are options to write it, but right now it is not coming into my mind.
So we
Okay.
don't give ln for both the print statement and then run the program. I think they can understand now.
Okay, ln.
Now run it.
Yeah. There is something. Yeah,
See?
here also, but in the one statement, she's asking that we can we do it in the next line. See,
Yeah.
ln is just giving everything to the next line, right? If I give ln only here, then also it will work, right? No, it will not work. No, it should work.
It
Actually.
has to work.
Yeah. No, it's not working. It is coming in the same line. So ln is basically for the next line.
Okay.
ln is basically for the next line. Okay. For this, you have to go to the next line. Okay. And this is for the same line.
Okay.
You can print in the same line by this, and you can print in the next line for this. But writing only one statement and printing in the next line, I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, moving on. This is by the. Okay, I will try this. Dipali has sent some code. So let me try that also. Your mic is not working, Dipali?
No, it's working, Chavi. I thought
Okay.
let new batch kids talk.
Oh, thank you. I have made you stop now.
No, that's okay. Let them try. We know,
Yeah,
right? We have done it once, so we know answers. No
correct.
point giving, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same code, the one you are is showing on online for the new line.
Correct, correct. So this was, yeah, but that was in double quotes, right?
Yeah, that
This is
was
on
not double
single quote.
quote.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
correct. So
yeah.
it should be on the single quote. Correct. Thanks, Deepali.
No
It's
problem,
I
Chavi.
mean,
We all are learning. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it
okay, let me
was on
see.
double quotes I tried, but it should be a single quote. Correct.
This is what's showing. Let me see. I can send it in the chat.
Mhm.
So they were in the
Oh.
double quote.
Yeah, they were in the double quotes, but this should be in the single quote
Okay,
slash
okay,
n.
I got it. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what a mistake I was doing is in the slash n also I was writing in the double quote. So that was the mistake. Okay.
So what is
Okay.
that single colon and double colon makes sense? You know,
This,
I'm to
yeah,
understand it. That's it.
correct, correct. So what is single colon is? Single colon is like a like double colon is what we are whatever we are writing, it will print as it is. And single colon is for the next line or for some.
Is that
Deepali, can you answer that? Like what we do for the single colon?
Not sure, Chavi. We have to check. But I
Double
know double quotes, it will print as it is.
Yeah, for character actually we use single quotes.
yeah, and
Yeah,
for the string we use the double quote.
double quotes here.
yeah, yeah. But this here it is working because of. Hmm, I think this is like a syntax only. Like if we use like this, it will print in the next line. I'm also not sure what to answer in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, moving on. So this is by reference variable. So we can do it. We can call instance variable inside the main method. Okay. Now by method. Okay. So suppose there are some local variables and there are one method display, and inside that we wanted to call the method as well as the what you call local variables. Okay, so now what we are doing, we are passing some parameters here in the what you call init objects. Okay, so this is the initialization objects, and we wanted to initialize some object here, and we wanted to use this variable inside our main method. Okay, I will tell you how we want to do it.
So what is that mean? Wide initialization object means what is that?
Yeah,
What is the
what does
difference?
that mean is what we are doing here, we wanted, see, these are all instance variable, these are all local variables. We are initializing the value of local variables to this instance variable, and what we are doing, we are passing this value. So I will tell you.
So what is that local variable and instance variable? I mean, what is that difference?
I will tell you. You have to look at very carefully that this black and 10 we are passing in this method, you are saying, correct? This is an instant object method. This is local variable to this particular method. Okay, no one else can use C and A in other, nowhere else we can use it. Clear?
So
Color and age,
saying
we
that
can use it.
object will having two values, that's what it means.
Object, which object?
So
No,
is
no,
that
no. Don't
mean
get
object
confused
is
with
having
object. We have
two
not.
values?
Sorry.
Is that you're trying to give object two values? That's why you not able to understand what
Where
is
you are
that.
saying object. Object is only here.
So what
Okay,
is
I
that
will tell you.
word initiation? What does that mean?
Initiation means we are giving these values. I mean, you know that color equal to C means what? Whatever is there in C value, it is going to this color value. Both are same data types, correct? This is string data type. This is also string data type. Then only you can pass the value from C to C. Okay, I will tell you. See, here what we are doing, we are passing the value black, correct? Wait, I will open one more. There you can find it. Correct. So what we are doing here? Okay. So here what we are doing, I'm just telling you that this is the things which we are passing to the local variables, and through local variables we are giving the value to the instance variable. Okay, this is just an example I'm telling you. So this is going here, and here it is going here, and from here it is going to this this instance variable. Okay, don't get confused here. I will show you back to the. So we will learn all these things again and again, so don't worry about that. But what I'm telling you, we are passing the value to the local variables. Okay, from here, this is going to the local variable C. Okay, now C has what? Black. Now from C, it is going to the instance variable, which is color. Okay, now what happened here? Color has black now. Okay, C ने color जो है black, C ने black जो है वो color को दे दिया. ठीक है, now color value is black. Now this color value we wanted to print. Okay, what will happen? Here it will print color value. So यहाँ पर हमने now we are calling the display method, and we are printing the color and age here. Okay, I will show you with in practical, then you will understand. Okay,
So
why
what
we are
is
doing
that
this.
display will do? Display?
Display will just print system.out.println. It will just print the value of color and age. Okay, I will show you in Eclipse. Okay, so animal only now. Here only I will do. There is one method which is called as public void instance initialization. We are doing initialization for object. Inside that there are two variables, which is string C and in A. Okay, now what we are doing, again we are creating an, this was by reference. Okay, again we are creating an object. Okay, now what we are calling this method here. Okay, so we can call this method by with the help of a dot c. See, it is coming here, so we can call this method, but we have to pass some value. Why? Because this is having some parameters, so we have to pass that parameters, correct? So we are passing black and we are passing 20, any number we can pass, right? Now what is happening? This black is storing in this C value and this 20 is storing in A value. Okay, this is how we do that. Okay, now I don't want to print it here. I wanted to print it in some other method. Getting my point? Public void display. I want to display it in some other method. And I just wanted to write system dot out dot println. Inside that, I can write color. How I can write color here? Because anyone from previous batch, can anyone tell? Because
in
this
that
is not
class, the global variables are string, color, and int age.
okay. Anyone else? Yeah, these are the instance variable.
Okay.
So we can call these
And
instance
access.
variable to any method. But why we cannot call this in directly in the main method?
Because variables are not static.
Correct. That was the answer I was expecting. So static we will learn, don't worry. So it was only for the previous batch, this question. So we can call these instance variable to any method which is not static, but static variable can be called if they are only static. So that we will learn later.
And
Okay,
someone
so
just someone just says
Mhm.
about the global variable. Like, what is a global?
Yeah, this is global variable only. I said instance variable is only global variable,
Okay.
but in Java, we call them as instance variable. Okay.
Okay.
Global variable, we call it in C, C++, but the correct name for global variable is instance variable.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what will happen here? We are printing this color and age. Okay. We don't want to call it with the help of object. Okay. For printing, we just have to call this method a dot display, correct? Because this is the method of this class, and I've already created object for this class. Now what will happen? Will this color which is printing here, we cannot print it here C. Okay, it will not take C. It will not take. Why? Because these are all local to. These are all local variables. Okay, these are all local variables, and we cannot access these local variables cannot resolve to a variable. We
So
cannot use
why
these
we
variables.
you can just
Mhm.
give string a comma int, right? So why we have to give C and A? I'm really not able to, because we are not defining anywhere C and A, right? So why we
Correct.
have to give C and A?
Because this is local variable. We
Uh,
wanted to pass some. We are learning, right? How we can pass these things, how we can, you know, if we wanted these value to be printed, but without we can simply print here also, right? यहाँ पर हम system dot println लिख दो और black और 20 लिख दो, हो गया ना काम, खत्म हो गया. But
yeah.
why we wanted to do like that? Because we are learning. This is not the simple way. This is the hard way we have to learn. There are so many things we have to do when we are doing our real project, right? So we have to these method could be in the separate programs. We have to call those things inside our program. We are learning, right? So we have to learn how we can use different people or different variables which are already present somewhere, and we have to use it in our program, correct? So suppose this method is designed by someone else, but we wanted to use that method somewhere, correct? So how we can do that? These are always learning, correct? So what we are doing here, we are
So you have
doing
to
here
assign local variables to instance variables here.
correct. I'm doing that, but I'm
Okay.
just telling them, yeah, I'm telling them that these are the local variables, and I cannot see now black is in C and 20 is in A, correct? Now, if I wanted to print C and A, we cannot do that. We cannot do that because it is not allowing me to print it in some other method. Now for that, what I have to do? I have to take help of this. I have to take help of the global variable or instance variable, correct? So what I will do, I will store, yeah.
Can you please explain me about what is global variable and what is the difference?
That's what I was about to ask. Like local variable
Yeah.
difference, like how to find out it's a local variable, like.
Yeah, local variable, that's what I'm saying. We cannot use local variable in some other method, but we can use global instance variable in other methods. That is the difference, right? I can write here color.
What is other
It is
method?
not giving me,
I didn't get what is other method means.
see, this is one method and this is another method. This is display method and this is initialization object method, right? These are all two different methods in the same class. Getting my point? This is one method, this is second method, and this is main method.
Yeah, that one we got it.
Yes.
But
so, but here this are the instance variable which you can use in any of these methods. Okay, these two methods. Correct? You have used this color here also, and you are using this color here also, right? If you select this color, see the here and here it is highlighting. That means both are using the same variable, which is string type. Are you getting my point? No? No or yes?
not so much, but yeah.
Okay, you will slowly and slowly will understand. And what is the meaning of this statement? Can anyone tell what is the meaning of this statement? Whatever value is there in this are going in this value. Okay, whenever you are initializing, this is called as initialization. Whatever value is in the RHS, right hand side, will go to the left hand side. Clear? Whatever value is in right hand side will go to the left hand side. And what is left hand side? Instance variable. What is right hand side? Global variable. Okay, inside global inside local variables, what is the value of A here? Can anyone tell from the new batch?
Age
No.
20.
Correct. 20. 20 is the value of this variable. And what 20 is doing? Here what is happening? Can anyone tell what is the value of age now? Here what is the value of age? RHS value is giving to the LHS value. Now what is the value of age? Here you said the value of A is what? Someone
20.
said no?
20.
20, correct? So now inside the inside this method, so with the help like now A value is 20 and you are entering into the loop, correct? And loop means inside the method. You are entering into the method, correct? Now what you are doing, the value of A is you are giving to the age. So now what is the value of age?
20.
20, correct. So now what you are doing, this is the second method. What you are doing, you are printing the value of age. So what will print?
Black
What
and
it will print?
20.
black and 20.
Correct, correct. So abhi samajh mein aaya? You are passing the value, hard-coded value to these two variables. Okay, you are passing these two value to these local variables, correct? And to this local variables, you are initializing and you are giving the value to this instance variable. Now, instance variable are called in the one method, which is called as display, and they are printing it. Correct? So what will happen here? It will just call this method and print it. Okay. So what will be the outcome? What will be the what will come in the console? Anyone?
I think so. It's already there, black and 20.
Yes,
Color black and
black and 20. Okay, I have not given space here. So it will come black and 20. Everyone clear how we can do it with the help of method, initialization of the method? This is initialization of a method. Clear?
Yeah.
By method, we are doing it by method. Any doubt, you can ask me now. Or you can practice and you can ask me in the next class also. Okay, so these are all the initialization of object. This is by reference variable. This is by method. Okay, you can ask me in next class also if you have any doubt. Okay,
Okay.
now coming to the third option, which is with the help of constructor. So initialization with the help of constructor. Okay. Now comes the for that we have to understand first about the constructor. Okay. So what is constructor? Anyone from previous batch? Because new batch don't know. So yes. What is constructor? Explain fully. Like
You wanna tell Anu?
I didn't hear.
what is constructor?
Okay. Like constructor is a method which has the same class name, and it gets initiated as soon as you create an object of a class.
That's correct.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. So constructor is a method or same or can be said as a block which have the same name as the class name. Okay. Now suppose there is a class test and this is a method which is written of the same name. So is this a constructor? Old batch.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm?
Oh no,
Who
it
is
doesn't
Sorry,
yes,
have
yes.
sorry.
void.
Yeah.
Who is saying
It
yes?
doesn't have
Sorry.
void.
Void, yeah.
Constructor don't have return type. Sorry.
For a
Correct.
moment, we just
So
saw the test. That's it.
Yeah. Constructor don't have return type.
So yeah, for the new batch student, like constructor don't have any return type. Why I will tell you. If it is void written in the constructor, that means that is not a constructor. That is a simple method. You can have a method like that, but it is not being as a constructor. Okay. Why? Because constructor should not have any integer or string or void. Any type of return type should not be there in the constructor. Okay. So this is constructor. Old people, I mean old batch people. Class
Yes.
test public. Yes. So this is a constructor. Okay. Simple constructor. So constructor can have 4 modifiers: access modifier, public, private, protected, and default. So you can have a public constructor, private constructor, protected, and default. Okay. Now how to call execute the constructor. Okay. So if the constructor doesn't have any um, uh, like any parameter, then it will call
Your
Okay, it
voice
will
is
execute
breaking.
automatically
Tavi,
later.
your
That
voice is
also.
breaking. I'm sorry, we
Okay.
couldn't hear properly.
Okay, just a
Okay.
minute.
Okay. It's breaking actually.
Okay. I will change my. Okay, now it is okay. Now can you hear me properly?
Yeah, yeah, now we can
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. So, um, so constructor execute automatically when we create an object. Okay. So once we create an object, the constructor will be executed automatically. So we don't have to call the constructor. Okay. Like this t.test, for calling the method, we write t.test, right? So that is not required at it can be it is executed automatically. Okay, I will show you in the clips also how it will happen. So I'll create new class, which is a test class. Okay. I'll include the main method. Okay, so suppose I have created one constructor which is public test. Okay. Here now what I am doing here is I will create a object of test class. Okay, equal to new test. Okay. Now if I write t.test, see it is not coming. Why? Because that is a constructor and it is not required to call this constructor. It will automatically execute it. Okay. Once I write here void. Okay. Now if I write t.test, see it is coming. That means it's a normal method. Okay. And I can select it. But I wanted to make this as constructor. So I'm removing the void and then it is giving you the error that it is a not required statement. Okay. Now if I write here anything, while constructor is not used for writing this, I'm just showing you like it is automatically being called. Okay. So that is the purpose of saying you that constructor execute automatically when we create an object. Okay. So constructor is
Can you please
actually,
explain me the once again in the
yeah,
Eclipse? You said
clips, no?
something, it
So
will display automatically something.
yeah, like anyway, it is not used for any display thing. I'm just telling you this. Suppose I'm writing here one. Okay. So I don't need to call this. It is automatically print here one. I have not called any method. Okay. So, but it is calling automatically. This explains, right? We have not called this method, but whatever is inside the method, it will automatically execute it. Once we create the object, we have created the object, correct? ये
Yes.
clear है आपको?
Yeah, yeah.
This line is clear.
Yes,
We
correct.
have not called this method or constructor rather. This is a constructor.
But
Correct?
we called here the constructor, right? It's test this one. So that's why it's coming, right?
Sorry, can you come again?
So here the constructor is there, right? Test, this is
Yes, that is why, correct. So this is a constructor. We are already calling it. Correct. You are correct. So we don't have to call it explicitly, right? It will execute it once we create an object.
Now, got it. Now
So
I got
that
it.
is why
Now-
we don't need to call it. You are right.
Now
So
I got
as we have already called it, so it will execute it automatically. Okay, correct? Okay.
Now I got
moving
it.
on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, why we create constructor? What are the needs of constructor and why we use constructor in Java? So all these questions uh, can be answered by this example. So suppose we have created one employee class. Okay. We have created one employee class and we have two instance variable. Okay. I will take 5 minutes break actually. Okay. Can you explain what Deepali? Can you explain this program? I will just make sure that
Sorry,
you can
Anu,
see.
actually my son was around. He just went out. I just missed
Okay.
this part. Anu,
Okay.
can you tell? Yeah.
I'll just pause this. Okay. So now what we are doing here, we are creating instance variable. Okay. Suppose string name I'm writing, correct? And integer employee ID. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create one. Tell me, old batch people, what we will do. You know everything, right? What we are gonna do here, we will create one
Constructor.
constructor, right? So we are creating one constructor here. Constructor is used for initializing. What we are doing here, this is a constructor, correct? So what we will do here,
Create
tell
an
me.
object.
Create an object.
Correct. We are creating one object. Suppose E1. We are creating an object. New.
Employee. Pass the
Correct.
parameters.
We are passing some value. Suppose I am
Parameters.
passing here Chavi, and the next is what? Tell me.
Employee ID
Sorry.
101.
ID.
Employee ID. Correct. So why this is giving error? Because I have not passed here value. So we have to see, this is a
Name.
parameterized constructor, right? This is a parameterized constructor and I'm not passing the parameters here.
Parameters.
So how it will take? So I have to write some string
Name,
here,
comma,
comma, right?
integer,
Integer,
employee ID.
employee ID. Okay, correct. Now this error is gone. So I will create two
E2.
objects. Okay. Yeah. So here I will write some ABC. Now employee ID. Okay. Now what I have to do? I have this value will go to this particular variable, local variable, right?
variable.
We have done this. Here also we have done this here, correct? So this value will go to the local variable, right? So now the value of name is what? Tell me, new batch people, tell me what is the value of name now? इसमें क्या store है? What is stored
Chavi.
here?
Chavi.
Chavi. Correct. Correct. So now what I wanted to do, name equal to name. So what will happen now? What value is coming to this variable now?
Chavi.
Correct. Okay. Now tell me employee. This you have to understand. See, now we are giving this as same name. Correct. So here it is same. So now what value is here now?
101.
101. correct? So here 101 value is here. So it will pass same value to here. Now what is the value here?
Sorry, integer. So that is 101.
101.
Correct.
101.
Correct.
Yeah.
But see, it is taking here also same, because of same name, it is taking, not taking the value. So we have to change the name. Okay, here we have to change some name. Something we have to change so that it is taking here. Previously, what it was doing when I was highlighting, it is highlighting to this 1 and 2. It is not highlighting here. You are understanding my point? If you select any variable, it should highlight to that particular variable, right? So it is taking this variable only. So this is not working. We have to change change the name. Otherwise, the compiler will get confused, right? So this is an instance variable and this is a local variable. So if it is pointing to the local variable, we cannot pass the value to some other things. Okay, we cannot pass the value like that. Okay, now the name has what value? Chavi. And employee ID has what value?
101.
101, correct? So if I wanted to print that value, what I have to do? System.out.println, correct? Here I wanted to print Chavi and 101. What I have to do for that? I have to call these variables, right? I have to call this variable inside my
Yes.
main method, right? I have told you how to call the variable by reference. So tell me by reference कैसे कॉल करते थे हम?
E dot.
One dot.
कैसे किया था हमने reference?
Even
याद
dot
है
variable.
किसी?
Even yeah,
Object name dot variable.
variable.
हाँ, by reference कैसे किया था हमने? Object
Dot.
dot variable name, right? This is the way we have done. Correct? So अभी हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे? Object का नाम क्या है? What is the name of the object?
E1.
Right? Dot
Dot
name.
name.
So इससे क्या हो जाएगा? This छवि will print here. Correct?
Mhm.
Now plus space. Then again plus. ये भी हमने
E1.
सीख लिया ना? This also we have learned.
E1
Right?
dot int.
E1 dot int. Correct. E1
Employee ID.
dot employee ID. Correct.
Oh, okay.
करेक्ट, हमको एम्प्लॉय आईडी प्रिंट करना है ना यहाँ पर, करेक्ट? अगर हम ये वाला एम्प्लॉय आईडी लिखेंगे सो इट विल वर्क, नो, राइट? दिस विल गिव यू एरर बिकॉज दिस इज अ लोकल वेरिएबल, दिस कैन नॉट बी प्रिंटेड हियर, ओनली ग्लोबल इंस्टेंस वेरिएबल कैन बी प्रिंटेड इन द मेन मेथड. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट, if I wanted to print ABC, what I have to do? Tell me. अगर मुझे ABC प्रिंट करना है, अब ABC की वैल्यू नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हाट विल हैपन? ABC की वैल्यू नेम में जाएगी. अभी क्या हो रहा है? अभी नेम में क्या वैल्यू जाएगी? अभी बताओ. नेक्स्ट टाइम this line is done, right? We have done with the first line. Now in the next line what will happen? This in here what will happen? See, main method हो गया, even हो गया. Now we come in the next line. So what will happen? ABC की value किस में जाएगी? What is the value of name now?
ABC.
ABC. Now what will happen?
So
It
you
will
just
enter
have to write with the same thing, just E2, that's it, object.
Correct. You are getting it. So E2 dot name we have to write, correct? Then same thing. Now, what I have to write here? E2 dot employee ID, right? Correct. So what will be the outcome? Can anyone tell? What will be the outcome for this? Everyone.
So it will be Chavi
ABC.
101, ABC 10.
C102.
Okay. Savitri is not speaking. Somal is not speaking. Yeah.
I'm just observing, Chavi.
Okay. Okay. If you have any
Thank
doubt, you can ask me. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
So Chavi and ABC, both the names and employee IDs, we are getting through the same method, right? With the help of same method. Otherwise, what we have to do, we have to pass even dot name equal to Chavi, E2 dot name equal to ABC, like that. So we are reducing the number of lines with the help of constructor, right? So we are reducing our and we are optimizing our code, correct? So this is the use of constructor. सबको समझ में आया? Everyone is getting what I am wanted to say.
So
this is the-
constructor, so what is there any where they have written? So constructor and by constructor, what it's reducing this by, so by just using the local variable, it's reducing the work, right?
Correct. It is reducing your work, right? Because we don't have to print every time. We don't have to print the 4 lines. We are just reducing our work by only passing the variables through the constructor, and it is automatically called, okay, again and again. We don't have to call this method. We are not calling like we are not calling E1 dot employee here, right?
Okay.
Even dot employee, we don't have to call all the time. Sorry, this one. Sorry, this one. Okay, we are not calling even dot employee or E2 dot employee. We are just printing there whatever is there in the instance variable. Okay. You once you do it, you will understand more. Okay. सबको समझ में आया? So we will be ending this class today here. Go practice yourself, and if you have any doubt, we can solve this in the next class. Okay?